All right, guys. So today I want to talk about Tinder. So this is a social media app that's everyone's probably heard of. Basically, if you haven't, where have you been? Have you been under a rock? Um, Basically, what it is a mobile app, and as you can kind of tell based on culture, like things are evolving to a point where having a smartphone with a touchscreen is like the norm. It's no longer like a luxury. It's like something that everyone kind of has to have, and it's almost a necessity at this point. But if you don't know what Tinder is, basically it's a dating app. It groups you with people in your local geographic area, and you get a picture of them, and then you can swipe right or left, right for yes, left for no, and then if both parties say yes, you can chat and then take it from there. So basically, this is kind of old news. It happened about a week ago, but Tinder decided to monetize. So basically, the app blew up around the world, mainly in English speaking countries. And everyone had heard of it or seen it or at least heard mention of it and slash or used it, and it just blew up everywhere. YouTube videos, everyone was making videos about it, just having fun at it, poking fun at it, doing parody videos of it. So it was getting millions upon millions of views of coverage and eyeballs. And so I guess the team decided to monetize it. So they pulled a play that is a very common thing to do, and that most online dating sites have done or are doing right now if you've ever used one. So lo and behold, they chose to do a premium service, and they decided to limit what you can do for a free service. This thing will just limit any use, and it will restrict use. I'm sure there's people who are paying. Maybe they're the people who are getting laid a lot off of Tinder, and they really want this feature. But what the feature is basically is it limits the amount of free yeses you can have on a daily basis to like something like 50. What this does is it limits the potential of you getting a match. And this isn't 50 matches, this is 50 yeses. So you can use up your 50 yeses and still get zero matches that day. And so if you want to pay for the premium feature, what that allows you to do is first off have unlimited matches. Second off, it's a rewind feature, which is very useful in my opinion. It's something that's been mentioned numerous times. It allows you to rewind in case, you know, you pass a girl or guy that you really like accidentally and you hit no on them accidentally, because once you hit no you can never see them again. At least that's how it was. And you all know, you've heard stories of guys who just like they're swiping and they're being very picky, but after a while they just get very like jaded by it, and so they're not paying attention, and then they pass a really physically attractive person and they hit the no by accident. You've heard of stories. So this rewind function lets you rewind it. And then the final big thing a premium feature allows, I'll get to the price later, is it allows you to go to different cities. So initially you were bound to the geographic location based off where you were in the world. Now you can hop to different cities or towns. So let me just give you the price and give you my opinion. It's $10 per month for this premium feature. Is it worth it? For me, heck no. I would not pay for this. I do think also they're too eager to make money, and so maybe they just wanted they just thought that this was a fad and they wanted to get the money as soon as possible, which I thought was a huge mistake because this thing could have lasted for a long time. But my opinion is that of which most people are reacting to this. They think, certain aspects of it are very stupid. Um, some things I don't agree with. One thing that I think is horrendous is this whole city skipping thing. Like, honestly, I do think it has its uses, honestly, but it's like if you can match with someone in Alaska, And even if you have a good conversation, like, where is that gonna go? You really think that it'll be such a great connection? You really think that you will fly 100 miles to Alaska to date this person? Or just like slowly establish a relationship through constant Skype sessions or FaceTime sessions or video call sessions, and then eventually blossom into some actual face-to-face relationship? That's very rarely gonna happen. But I do think it's a feature that's more a benefit than or a harm. Like, if you were to ask me if I would take this feature or not have it at all, I'd be like, I'll have it, but I'm not paying for it. If it was free, I'd definitely support it, but paying for it, no way. So there you go. That's how it works out. It's definitely restricting the flow of people who use it. Is that the best business strategy? Long term, maybe not, because it may be constricting the flow. But I guess Tinder wanted to sort of push the envelope and get some money out of this thing. I've been told millions of people use it. And so, long story short, I'm sure people will be paying for the premium. I believe it's going to be a very small, thin sliver of the people who used this previously. And I'm sure it probably pissed some people off and they've now just thrown away the app. What kind of person would pay for this? I feel like it'd be the type of person who maybe has just blown up their dating life or their hookup life by using this app and just blowing it up to something where they're getting a lot of great results from it. And that's great for them. And for those type of people, they won't mind paying the $10 extra to continue this amazing process. I mean, I see some uses for this places hopper thing, because maybe you don't have to go all the way to Alaska. You can check out the people who live maybe 30, 40, 50 miles away from you, and then maybe they'll drive over or something. I don't know. It seems kind of ridiculous. Like, if you live on the opposite side of the country from you, like, are you trying to establish some sort of online relationship? But who knows? Maybe some guy is just like desperate enough or whatever. And again, it's just pure speculation on my part. I could be completely wrong. Maybe a lot of people will buy this, and the people who buy this are not these people who are doing really well. They're the people who are just really desperate and wouldn't mind even a match from a person on the other side of the country. I've seen a lot of these tip videos on how to actually do well on Tinder and all this stuff, and these articles. And it is a very superficial kind of app, and being very good looking has its benefits on there for sure. Apparently there's all these people who have done like scientific studies as users of Tinder to figure out what works best, and they've posted their findings in articles and stuff. And what they found by using like fake pictures and stuff is that, like, if you're extremely good looking or at least above average, you just have a very high chance of doing well. So that's kind of how it works. But on top of that, though, apparently, if you can take very professional photos and have good lighting, good angles, and so forth, it can do you very well. And then obviously having decent game, spectacular game, or just exerting your personality and so forth, and doing all this stuff will probably give you better results. That's what I've been told through experiments and articles and so forth. Let me know what your feedback is on Tinder. Have you used it? Have you gotten any results from it? Why don't you use it? Some people don't use it because they're not there for hookups, and then a lot of good looking people, they're just like, they're good enough and they have enough abundance that they don't need something like Tinder. Or you may, like, there's so many different types of people out there. What are your thoughts on this whole Tinder premium thing? Do you think it's a horrible decision in terms of the app and the team? Were they just trying to milk the money off of this app? Let me know in the comments below. And that's all I gotta say about it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.